Alrighty, I am live. I am live, y'all. All right, give it a minute. Just gonna do some tarot. This is probably I don't think anybody's in here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till people get in here before I start talking. Hey, Tigs ASMR. Hey, Red Bull Princess. Hope all is well. Just stopping in fast. Love you. I love you too. Yes, all is well. I brought my computer in, my old computer to get fixed. I still don't know about my new one. I'm without a computer. And getting a brand new computer from scratch is still a possibility. Love you too, Tiggs. So I'm just going live more often. Make money off of this. Thank you, Red Bull Princess. You're amazing too. Hazing TV. I mean, there are people that I support more than others, like my future, hope to be future boyfriend, my one and only Ronnie Boo. Yeah, Lucy does not need a man. She's married to Jesus. Except for Ron. He's an exception. It's either Ron or Jesus. Thank you, Robert Pops. Oh my God. You won't believe. My dad was egging me on to laugh like in the most stupid way. I'll wait until more people get in here and then I can do my laugh and see what you think. uh, I'm gonna go on YouTube to see what's going on there now. Oh, I don't think you heard me. Oh yeah, Robert, these tarot readings are free. I mean, a donation is, definitely appreciated, because I'm a broke bitch and I need a new computer. It'd be greatly appreciated, but not required. But no, you don't need to. These free readings are free. Hey, Roger Blair, thank you for coming. But I will say, if it does get busy in here and someone super chats, they are a priority. That's just how it goes. Hello, Mimi Bear. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Roger Blair. Hey, First Lady. Happy Monday to you. Okay, so I think enough people are in here. My dad made me laugh in the most stupid way. You want to know how I laughed? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. All right, here goes. Are you ready for me to hear my stupid laugh? Here goes. That's how I laugh. Oh my God. uh, let me know what you think of that. I can't believe it. Thank you, Rehan. And it was his fault. She was begging me to laugh like that. Come on. He's been to, oh, I can't, you don't have a mod. Oh, hang on. All right, I'm back. All right. Yeah, I miss you too. Yeah, and when I get back on, yeah, I've been just going live because, I don't have a computer. That was hilarious. I can't believe it. And now I did it here. That's on me now because I wanted you guys to hear what I had to, how I laughed. Thank you, Mei Feng. And I may do it again depending on who comes in here. I don't know, what does that sound like? Does that sound like a Wicked Witch laugh? Because that's what my dad kind of said. Like, it kind of sounds like a Wicked Witch laugh. I could laugh like that during Halloween. Thank you, Grandma Teresa. Thank you for coming. Thank you, May Finkins Poli. Thank you. Let me share it so others know too. Oh, share what? I'm confused. And I think you mean my stream. And thank you for sharing. Thank you, everybody coming in. Thank you, Spenta. You're so sweet. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. I am doing tarot. If you have a tarot question. Because you just said you were also down. Yes. Right. I do not have a computer. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much, Spenta. That means a lot. You're welcome, Lucy. Will you take it easy and everybody else in chat? I gotta go. Okay, yeah, take it. Yeah, thank you, Red Bull. Yeah, thank you. Have a great time, great day. Oh, hey, Logan. Thank you for coming in. Ask a question. Okay, you want a general? All right, yes. I'll do a general. Hey, Susan, welcome back. So, you want, what was it? What was it? I think you said you wanted, yes, a general. All right. You know what? Since I did my unicorn, I'm going to choose the Sacred Witch Tarot, actually. I still got that thing of tarot decks I have to open, but I was going to do a video on that. If I can't network, I'm not going to do a video. All right. General for you. All right. General for Spenta. 1, 1, 2. All right, let's see what we got here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's a lot of up and down here. Okay, so first of all, I got the Temperance in reverse, the World upright, King of Swords in reverse, 9 of Cups upright, 8 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Pentacles upright, and Ace of Cups in reverse. And that's, the answer. And then the outcome here. 10 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords upright, Queen of Wands in reverse. So, it feels like whatever is going on in your life, you're very up and down. It's like it feels bipolar in a way. And things are out of balance, it feels like. Because these cards are really up and down. Like you've got good cards and bad cards. Like literally every other one. Reverse, upright, reverse, upright, reverse, upright, reverse. Literally every other one. So it's like one day you might have a good day, and then the next day it's a disaster. And then the next day it's good again, and the day after it's a disaster. That's what it feels like here. Like your life is all over the place. And I think it's causing you stress, and it's making you tired with this 10 of Swords in reverse, which I think you'll be able to get past it. I feel like it might take a while, though. I feel like this will be going on for a while, whatever this is. That Temperance is a card of coming together and balance, but that's in reverse. World coming together. But there's a communication block, too, with that King of Swords. In your life, there's a communication block. Even though your wishes are being granted, things are very stagnant at the same time. You want to start, but they're stagnant. That Ace of Pentacles upright and that Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like everything is coming together and falling apart at the same time. And it feels like you're torn between what to do and what not to do. With that 10 of Swords as the outcome in reverse, that 4 of Swords just being exhausted by the whole thing. Like it's telling you need rest. And that Queen of Wands in reverse, which tells me this is chaos because of what I described here. Everything is all over the place. I really don't know what to say for advice on that. Does this make sense to you? Well, the outcome here is that try to take a break. I think it's trying to tell me is in order to get through this period of time, tend to yourself, do what makes you happy, like your hobbies, whether it's going for a walk. I think, what is it, like you like to plant in your garden? That's a hobby. Do things that you love doing. Gaming, you like gaming. So that's another hobby. Whatever it takes that you love doing that, relaxes you, like relaxation. And I think that's what it's trying to tell me is that 4 of Swords here is to take a break. In order to get past this chaos, you need to take time to yourself. And that's what that's emphasizing with that 10 of Swords in reverse. Because until you tend to yourself, you're not going to be able to get past this Queen of Wands in reverse, which is chaos. So, that's my advice. How is that? Oh, you see anything for tomorrow? I could ask that. Just see what happens. Hey, Hippy Dippy, welcome in. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening either, but right on. Yeah. Okay, I'll do think does Brian have strong feelings for his other interest? I don't think so. If I remember that correctly, well, okay, I'll see what I get. Because I think you've asked that already. 1, 2, 3. So I'm afraid to ask questions over again, but I'll just, see what I get. Does he have strong feelings for his other interests? I'm thinking not. I think he has strong feelings for you, but let's check. Does he have strong feelings for his other interest? Moon, 10 of Wands. Right. No, not really. I mean, okay, this is what I get, all right, for Brian's other interest. So I get the Moon upright, 10 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups upright, the Tower upright, and the Knight of Pentacles upright. And then the outcome here, I get the 7 of Cups and the Empress. I mean, yeah, there's interest here, but not being in love. And I wouldn't even say it's like a big crush. I would say maybe just a little crush. If there's an interest, just a little bit of a crush. That's what I'm getting here. I took it with that Moon. He's very, I don't know if he's like looking at this other interest in a secret way. I do get that 10 of Wands in reverse. Like whatever being around this person, it feels like his burdens are lessened. But I do get that 4 of Cups here, which when it's in reverse, it's knowing what you want. But when it's upright, it's like a maybe card or thinking about it card. So he's not like really interested. And that Tower here. And then that Knight of Pentacles, which is a commitment card, but that Tower. I don't think he has strong feelings. I mean, if he does, it's like I said, it's not that high. I do get the Empress at the end here with that 7 of Cups, which, it's he might have interest, but it's not his top option, if you will. That's what I'm getting here. Whatever it is, though, it's like he's comfortable being around this person, but he's not honest with her, if that makes sense. I don't think he's an honest person, just in general. I get that Moon and the Tower. I think some days he might not even know what he wants. Sorry if I missed comments. You're so welcome, Spenta. Oh, electric. Yes, positive. I would like to know why people are treating me horribly or at least confusingly. All right, this is for Love Mia. And then we can do round 2 of questions, or if anybody else who comes in. I would like to know why people are treating me horribly or at least confusingly. All right, let's find out. This is for Love Mia. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I get 8 of Swords, the Lovers in reverse. Okay. First off, I got 8 of Swords upright, the Lovers in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Swords upright, 3 of Swords in reverse, and the outcome here, 3 of Wands in reverse and the Death upright. So, it feels like to me that with that 8 of Swords and that Lovers in reverse, it feels like you let people walk all over you. Like you need to learn to have boundaries. And what I mean by that is don't let people walk over you and take advantage of you. I think that's what it's telling me here. Because there are people, it feels like, around you with that 5 of Swords that do not have good intentions, and almost like a sitting harpy waiting to attack. That's basically what the 5 of Swords is telling me in this context here. And that 3 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you know these people and you butt heads all the time, but then you end up being on okay terms with that 3 of Swords. And I say okay terms just because the way these other cards are aspected. That 3 of Swords is my kiss and make up card, but you got the Lovers in reverse, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Swords upright, which is a card of fighting, but a planned way of fighting, if that makes sense. And then you got that 8 of Swords, which I think represents you being walked all over on. And the outcome here is the 3 of Wands in reverse and the Death card upright. So I think what this is telling me is, honestly, whatever is going on here, these people are no good. Like, it's telling me it's time to move on to better places and better people with this Death card. Because this Death card represents ending something to start something new elsewhere. And that's basically what it is. And that's my last card in the outcome here. So I think that's my advice to you is these people are not good for you. And, you know, it's time to move on to better people. And not only that, learn to have boundaries. Because I feel like I said, you're letting people walk all over you. Like you need to set firm boundaries. But those people feel like they're not good for you anyway. It's like a lesson in disguise, if that makes sense. And I hope this helps. Oh, it might be your family. Thank you, 103. Hello. Thank you, Renaba. Okay, someone had another question. Okay, so Susan. Can you do a reading? Okay, yeah, DJM. Can you do a reading on me? I just want to know out of curiosity. Yes, of course. Put in your question. And my second question is if the connection with Anthony is off and casual or just serious. I don't know what you're asking, Livmia. Okay, so what does my boss think about me? Okay, Susan. I'm not sure what you want me to ask. Should I ask if you want to cut off social media? I'm going to do Susan's question. Okay, Susan's question. What does my boss think about me? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Two, three. Hey, Triple T. All right. What does your boss, I think that's what you said, right? Asked, what does my boss think about me? 2, 3. All right. Cups, the star. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, what your boss thinks about you, Susan. I do get the 5 of Cups in reverse, the star upright, death in reverse, the devil upright, and the moon upright. And then as the outcome here, I get the 2 of Swords in reverse with the Hermit upright. What your boss thinks about you. Well, I'm going to tell you, I think there is some, I don't know, it feels like there's some bad juju coming from your boss with that devil and the moon. And then you got that death in reverse. And it feels like you've already had problems with him with that 5 of Cups in reverse. Like he's really brought you down, but there's almost like there's hope for, how do I put this? Hope to get along and be able to get the job done, if that makes sense. Even though your boss seems like it does not have the greatest intentions for you. I don't know what his problem is or her problem is, but it feels like he or she has an arrogant, egotistic problem. And that's what it feels like to me. And I think what she thinks of you, I don't know. It feels like she wants to target you for some reason. I don't know why. It's something about you. It's like, I don't know if she wants something from you, or maybe she just wants to treat you as an emotional punching bag. I don't know. Whatever her case is, whatever, I don't know what her deal is, but it feels like she's targeting you of some kind. And not with that 2 of Swords and that Hermit, like she's watching. It feels like she's watching you and she knows what she wants, and that's to give you hell when she feels like it. But what she thinks of you, I'm not sure what that is. I think what she thinks of you is that she thinks she can be pushed around, is what it feels like to me. And that's why she targets you like a bully. Just anything. Okay, so I'm scared as tarot as I ask the same thing every time. You haven't asked anything in a while, Triple T. Well, I was asking you if I should cut off social media as a form of to set boundaries. So okay, so I think you're asking, is the connection with Anthony, is it casual off, or and is it casual on and off, or just serious? So I'm gonna do that one. And then I'll get to the next, I think then I'll get to D-Job something 48. I can't pronounce that. Trying here. So you want to know if the connection with Anthony is casual, on and off, or just or serious? Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Casual off or just serious? Casual on and off or just serious? All right. Okay. Okay, this is what I got. If you're asking, is the connection with Anthony, is it casual off and on, or just if is it on just on and off, or is it serious? So I got the Three of Wands sideways, Three of Pentacles upright, Five of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles upright, Ten of Wands in reverse. With the this is the outcome, with the Five of Swords upright and the Nine of Cups upright. So it feels like on the answer, it kind of feels like on and off, especially with that Three of Wands here sideways, pretty much describes these other cards here. I do get the Three of Pentacles planning, upright, and then Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is being together kind of card. But then I get the Four of Pentacles, which is a holding back card. But then I do get the Ten of Wands with a in reverse, which is, relieving stress. But then I do get the Five of Swords with the Nine of Cups. So it feels like to me he might be like when he feels like if he wants something from you, he kind of uses it to his own benefit. Not that I'm saying he doesn't care about you, but that Five of Wands is him planning and getting what he wants when he's not getting something elsewhere. If that's like almost like you're there as just an option, basically, when there's not an option available. And that's what it is. And that would be casual, on and off, not serious. That answers that. All right, so, and then 48. Sorry if I'm not getting to all the comments, just anything really. I can't think of a question. It's so many. I want to ask two in my head. It's hurting. Okay, so I think you want a general, right? Thank you, Spenta. Okay, I'm just going to get to the bottom here. Just call me 48. It's okay, yeah, I'll just call you 48. It's easier that way. Yeah, thank you. Still here. Thank you, Love Mia. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do Triple T's question. Will I be able to return to Thailand before I pass away? All right, here we go. And, just saying, if people want their question read faster or another question read, a super chat will get you on the top of the list. All right, so it's not required, but it's greatly appreciated. So anyways, will I be able to return to Thailand before I pass away? 1, 2, 3. Two. Two, 3. All right. Well, okay. Triple T. I got the Chariot sideways. I got the Four of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands upright, Seven of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the outcome Nine of Swords upright, and the World upright. So, I do get the Chariot sideways, which when it's upright, it's more like a take actions, kind of like a speedy kind of card. It's kind of similar to the Eight of Wands in that sense. Like it's like a take action now kind of card. but it's sideways here. So, but it's not reversed at the same time. So, um, I feel like you're planning on it. You really want to do this. You got that Four of Cups, which is a knowing what you want kind of card in reverse, with that Seven of Cups, knowing what you want kind of card, and also in reverse, with the Three of Wands right between there. So it's almost like you have this plan. You really, really want this more than anything, but you don't know for sure if you'll be able to ever go again. There is that possibility here, and it's very valid, but it's not a guaranteed possibility. You do get that Nine of Swords here at the end, but you also get the World card. So it depends on, I guess it depends on how you do things, whether it's like saving up money to go there, spending money on the right things and not the wrong things to get there, doing the right things to get there, basically. Because it feels like it could go either way at the end here. Either your wish is going to get crushed, or you'll have everything you want right there. It can go, it's either 0 or 100. Like, it could go either way. It all depends on how, you do things. And that Chariot is what's telling me more than anything, like, don't go too fast, but also don't go too slow. Plan. I think it's emphasizing you to plan more than anything. Plan out things. Because if you want this, you have to plan for the future. Because if you don't, you're not going to get that. And that's what thus would be the Nine of Swords, disappointment. Instead of the world, everything you want right there. So yeah, my advice to you is really think about what you do with money, if that's what it is, and how you do things. And plan ahead of time. And don't wait on things to happen. Take action on them within a reasonable amount of time, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's not going to happen quickly, yeah. There's still hope. It's still possible. You just, you got to plan. Thank you, Spenta. All right, so, okay, I think 48 had a reading. I think you wanted me to do a general. Thank you, Angela Tanzer. Thank you, M Mana Baba Official. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Okay, so 48 wants a general. All right. Here we go. 48 wants a general. 1, 2, 3. All right. General. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. General. All right. So I get 7 of. This is for 40. This reading's for 48. 7 of Wands in reverse. Let me exit out that. 7 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. King of Swords upright. The High Priestess in reverse. 6 of Pentacles upright. The Queen of Swords upright. The Moon in reverse. And the outcome 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. So, it feels like even though that's the stand your ground card, it's in reverse. It's right next to the Eight of Cups. It's like you're not fighting, you're not standing your ground, but at the same time, you're not going anywhere. Whatever the situation is, you are in your truth. You got that King of Swords and that Queen of Swords. Like you've got a power couple here, King and Queen of Swords. You are it feels like you're basically cutting through the bullshit with clear communication. Like it feels like you're putting people in their place. And you're not fighting, you're just stating facts. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. With that moon being in reverse, that's about clarity. And that would explain why these cards are showing up the way they are with that King and Queen of Swords like that. And Six of Pentacles bringing people together. But then you get that High Priestess right in the middle of all this. Even though you are standing in your truth and you're not fighting, you're just stating the facts, wanting to bring, it feels like you want to bring something together, whether that's people or a situation, a business, I don't know. But whatever that is, you want to bring something together out of all of this. But at the end of the day, I think you're still unsure of what you want, because out of a High Priestess is in reverse. When it's upright, it's more of about knowing what you want kind of card. And that would explain why that Two of Pentacles is showing up here. Because I was thinking of, when I saw that, I was thinking like there's a choice you're going to have to make here. But I do think whatever the choice is, it's going to be a good one. And it feels like it's going to be an easy choice. It's an easy and fast choice. You got that Eight of Wands, which is about speed, and that Seven of Pentacles here, which is about planting the seeds of something new. So I feel like whatever the situation is, you're going to be able to make, there's going to be a choice, and it's going to be an easy choice. And I think you know what I'm talking about. I feel like you're still unsure about it though. You're very unsure. But I think when the time comes, you are going to be very sure. I think it's just you trying to cut through the bullshit and getting down to what's actually going on here. Because it feels like you're not taking bullshit from any of the eight. Hey, no frills, no mercy, I have to give you mod. So I hope that answers your general question. 48. Thank you, Jonah Sales. Okay, I gotta... Oh, I don't have mod. Okay, hang on a second. I can get in here. All right, I think I got you as a mod. Oh, hey, whatever floats your boat. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Jonas Sales. Oh, I think your name, I think you had a different name. You wanted me to call you something else. I can't remember. All right, I don't know if 48's in here. But anyways, that was a reading for 48. Okay, so. And thank you, No Frills. Thank you for dropping a like. Okay, how my family and my mom's side of the family feel about me. Okay. Okay, I'll do Love Mia and then I'll do Susan. How does my family and on my mom's side of my family feel about me? So you want to know how your family on your mom's side feel about you. All right. Shuffle these cards in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This is for your mom's side of the family. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. How does your mom's side of the family feel about you? Hmm. I want to see what 48 says. I think 48 had something. I honestly see it. I've been in a situation where I was hanging around people that was manipulating me and telling me to do wrong. And honestly, I wanted to end, that I got tired of the ignorance. Yeah, that explains perfectly of that reading. Feels like you're not standing your ground, but at the same time, you're standing strong and you're cutting through the bullshit. You're not fighting, you're just stating facts. All right, so I'm gonna get to Love Mia. Okay, so your mom's side of the family. Queen of Pentacles upright, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Chariot upright, the Hermit upright, the Five of Pentacles upright, and at the end here you get Two of Cups upright with the Six of Swords in reverse, or I mean Six of Wands in reverse rather. So, good. It feels like they have mixed feelings about you. There's a communication block here and a loneliness. That Five of Pentacles is about like, you know, it's a lonely card. Same with the Hermit. And what else? I can't think of other cards, but there are other cards that indicate loneliness. But this card specifically, the Five of Pentacles, is being left out in the cold, isolated, like being kicked out. Like it is like being kicked out of a group kind of card. So it feels like they have not so good feelings about you, but they don't hate you. Almost like, how do I put this? I wouldn't even say they dislike you. But with that being said, it's almost like when they see you around, it's like a bittersweet taste in their mouth or a bittersweet smell, if that makes sense. Like they see you as like a bittersweet. I get that Two of Cups upright with that Six of Wands in reverse at the end here. I think that's what it's telling me. They see you as a bittersweet. You know, a very good thing and a very good win and a very bad loss. That's what they see you as a very good win and a very bad loss. It's kind of what it feels like to me. Oh, you don't need to donate, Shrep. There's no need to donate. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that makes sense, Love Mia. Yeah, I mean, a super chat will get you at the top of the list, but it's not required. Thank you, Lorna Zilmar. Thank you for coming. All right, will Brian, person of interest, last or have a future? All right, well, we'll check that. Will Brian's interest last or have a future? Sorry if I'm not reading all comments. It's getting busy in here. Thank you for your questions. I need to get my PayPal going if people want to donate me to PayPal. I still need help on that. I was going to do that, and then things crapped out. Two, three. Will Brian, person of interest, last or have a future? 1, 2, 3. Well, this is what I got. The Brian, person of interest, whoever you were thinking about. I get 10 of Swords sideways, 3 of Wands upright, the Temperance upright, Page of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles upright, And as the end goal here, I get 7 of Cups in reverse with the 6 of Swords upright. So, it feels like they're a good friend. Like, it feels like there's a good friendship here. But the relationship part, it feels like it's very up in the air with that, especially with this being the outcome. 7 of Cups in reverse, a knowing what you want kind of card, and 6 of Swords, walking away kind of card. Similar to 8 of Cups. It would be the same thing. And then you get that 10 of Swords in reverse, or I mean sideways here, which getting over an ending and ending, but it's sideways here, so it feels like it could go either way. It could be a successful relationship and, you know, they could be together, or it would end in disaster and you'd end up walking away. Like, it could go either way. Like, I think that's very much up in the air. I'm going to put it as right now a 50-50. It all depends how things go. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Shrep, thank you. And this is what I do for super chats. Yeehaw, yeehaw, doll doll billia, yeehaw, yeehaw, doll doll billia, and the Mofo Princess thanks you. All right, so I will get to your question. Will I marry my current Libra boyfriend despite hindrances or meet someone else? I'm not sure what hindrances mean, but I'll ask, will I marry my current Libra boyfriend despite the hindrances or meet someone else? Okay, so you're wondering if you'll marry your boyfriend or meet someone else. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. All right. So, okay, this is what I got. I got the Empress in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups upright. 2 of Wands in reverse. 7 of Pentacles upright. And at the end here, 10 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. Well, that Empress is the second strongest commitment card. For me, it is anyway. The only thing that's higher than that would be the Hierophant, but it's in reverse here. But then you get the 8 of Cups in reverse, which is not walking away, but staying, with the Queen of Cups, a love card. But then you get the 2 of Wands, like a plan being crushed, or a future being crushed, with that Empress in reverse. But you do get the 7 of Pentacles of starting something, like planting the seeds of starting something new. But then at the end goal here, you get the 10 of Wands, which is in reverse, which is about, when it's upright, it's about burden and stress. But when it's in reverse, it's getting over burden and stress. And that 8 of Swords, which is a being blindfolded to what's going on, my backstabbing kind of card, my being owned kind of card. But it's in reverse. So you're like, almost like you're breaking free from the chains. So I don't know. Like, it feels like okay, so either one or both of you need to detach from something first. Well, because when I see these two cards, the 10 of Swords or the 10 of Wands in reverse with the 8 of Swords in reverse, it feels like breaking free from something. But I do see there's potential here as well. So I think that's my advice to you if you want to make this work, is either one or both of you need to detach from unhealthy habits, because until you do, it's going to end in chaos. Because with that Empress and Two of Swords, or that Empress and that Two of Wands in reverse here, like the plans and commitment getting crushed. Because whatever the situation is with these cards, these 10 of Wands and 8 of Swords in reverse, if one or both of you can break free from that, this could potentially be a successful relationship. So, I mean, that's what I'm seeing here. And I think that's the issue at hand. Like, you need to detach whatever's unhealthy first if you want to make this a successful relationship. But in order to do that, there needs to be clear communication. And that's what I always say. In order to get to the root of the problem in any relationship, there needs to be communication and understanding so you can get to the bottom of whatever is going on there and maybe make a compromise. Hope this makes sense. You're welcome, Shrek. Okay, I'm going to go up to see if I missed anybody. Thank you, Beach AZE. Well, I think he has interest on you and her. I think he has more than one option, Susan. That's what I'm getting from all the questions you've asked me. I think sometimes he doesn't know what he wants. Okay, so I think, Susan, I think that's it. Like I said, I think it's a 50-50. There was a situation with my aunt where she told me that her husband lost everything because he had sex with, oh my aunt, because she told me that her husband lost everything because, was that, I can't read that. Was that, what does that say? Okay, there we go. Now I can read it. There was a situation with my aunt where she told me her husband lost everything because he had sex with me, etc. Was that true, or was there intentional behind that? Well, I mean, first of all, it's not any of my business, but only you know if you had sex with someone or someone, right? If it was, consensual. Hope to God it was consensual if that was the case, and not. But, let's see. There was a situation with my aunt where she told me her husband lost everything because he had sex with me. Was that true, or was there intentional behind that? I think you mean manipulation, right? Yeah, it's big. We haven't talked for 2 years and we argued yesterday. Okay, so you're wondering, was that true if he lost everything because of what happened there? I think that's what you want to know. Yes, but please look at the situation. And I think it was about the whole thing was a mistake. Yeah. So you want me to know if that situation that happened was the reason he lost everything, or if that was her just being manipulative. Let's find out. Is that the reason he lost everything? Ooh, Five of Wands, Two of Wands. Mm. Okay, so I get Five of Wands upright, Two of Wands upright, Page of Wands in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse. This is the outcome. Sun in reverse, and the Knight of Wands upright. So, overall, it's a no, but I do think it might have been a factor. I do feel like I do think you said your mom, right? Or your aunt. Um, I do think it does feel like your aunt's putting fuel on the fire, like bringing up the past to try to make you look bad, is what it feels like to me. Because even though it might have been a factor, it was not the reason of him losing everything. She's just trying to give you a hard time with that Five of Wands there. And the worst part about it, it was planned. And she came in with a vengeance with that Knight of Wands there. A lot of fire energy. And that Sun is fire. Even though it's in reverse, which is telling me with these other cards, like that wasn't the reason, even though it was a factor, it wasn't the reason. She's using this situation to make you look bad, is what I'm getting. If that makes sense. Like he came on to me, so she doesn't like me. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like she was trying. It's like like with that Five of Wands is about fighting. Two of Wands is about planning, looking into the future, and then Three of Wands follows up on that, acting out that plan, and then Four of Wands is those plans coming to fruition, to completion. But Four of Wands is also a love card. Two and Three of Wands are looking into the future, planning cards. So yes, I do think she planned that, almost like she was planning that fight and just coming at you because I don't know, maybe I think she has like some kind of grudge against you. No, he planned. No, no. It feels like to me she planned whatever the situation is. The reason why he lost everything. It feels like she planned the fight against you to make you look bad. All right, so if Brian has options, why doesn't he leave me alone? Okay, I think I can ask. I'll ask that, but I think it's because he wants to leave you as an option, like I keep saying every time over and over again. But I can try to ask that. He wants to leave you as an option, just like I think that's what I'm getting the picture here. He wants to leave his options open, but at the same time, it feels like he doesn't want other people to date his options, if that makes sense, which is very childish. But I'll see what I get. If Brian has options, why doesn't leave me alone? All right. One. Two. Sorry if I'm missing a lot of comments, you guys. It's just that it's busy in here right now. And thank you for your questions. You're keeping it active. Right, so you're wondering why he keeps you around. Okay. Okay. Okay, the weird part is you get a lot of love cards that are in reverse. Okay, so I get the Ten of Cups, the Happily Ever After card in reverse. Then I get the Eight of Cups in reverse, not going anywhere, staying. Knight of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Five of Pentacles upright, Three of Wands in reverse, and Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think he's there to have you as an option. And I think that's why these cards are in it's not a yes or no question. You're asking why, right? And the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups, both in reverse, is the why, along with that Eight of Cups in reverse. And of course, the Knight King of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now, the why part, starting with the why part. It feels like to me, in this moment in time, he's unsure on what he wants, so he has you and those other interests as an option. But at the same time, almost like he's insecure about it, what I mean by that is he doesn't want other people to date his options that he has eyes on, if that makes sense. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but there's an insecurity here with that Page of Cups and Ten of Cups in reverse here. And that King of Swords, like there's a communication block here. It's like he doesn't want to face you, but he doesn't want to lose you either. He's staying put with that Eight of Cups in reverse here. And like there's like this push and pull. He wants you to stay close, but he doesn't want to get rid of you completely. So it's like he's with his Five of Pentacles upright, along with these cards and everything I just described so far. It's like he's leaving you out in the cold, but hanging you by a string to pull you back, if that makes sense. If you know what I mean, like think of you being on a string, and it's a warm, cozy house, and he's pushing you out into the cold snow. Like, kicking you out into the cold snow, hanging by a string. And when he feels like he wants to be with you or be close to you, he'll pull you back into the warm house. And if he doesn't, he'll push you out in the cold. Like there's that push and pull with that analogy, if that makes sense. And that's what this Five of Pentacles is telling me with all this information I just described so far. And then you get that Three of Wands and that Knight of Wands in reverse, which tells me he doesn't know what he wants. So he's going to just keep playing these games until he knows what he wants, or until somebody says something that they had enough. That's what I'm getting here with that. Oops. You're welcome, 48. Thank you, Deborah. All right, so I am going to get to... Okay, Susan, so, okay, if I confront him, how will it go? Okay. Right. If I confront him, how will it go? All right. You confront him, how will it go? 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Oh, I'm getting hot. That's weird. All right. Okay. This is what I get, all right? Ace of Swords upright, Ten of Cups upright, the Judgment upright, Ace of Wands upright, Eight of Cups upright, and the outcome here is the Two of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles upright. So, I think if you do confront him, as of now, the Ace of Swords is about new communication, new and or direct communication, similar to the Knight of Swords in that aspect, and the Ace of Wands getting what you want, and then you get that Ten of Cups, which is the happily ever after card, with the rebirth card. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily about happily ever after, but I feel like if you do this, I mean, I don't know what you want, if you want to be with him or not. Whatever the case may be, I feel like as of now, it feels like to me, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, like you want to have closure in whatever's going on here, so you can walk away in peace. I think that's what you want at the end of the day here with this Two of Swords here in reverse, and that Five of Pentacles again in this context, walking away. Because, if he leaves you out in the cold, you might as well stay out in the cold and never talk to him again, is kind of what it feels like to me. But I do feel like if you confront him, it will be a very decent conversation. You'll get what you want. You'll get the closure you want, I feel like. And you'll be able to... It feels like you want to end that chapter. You just want to have closure. So you can end that chapter and move on with your life. And I don't know if that's what you're feeling, but it's definitely what Spirit is advising me to tell you, because it feels like you're obsessed with this situation. And you're not going to be able to get past this or rest until you get the closure you want. So yeah, if you do confront him, I do feel like it would be a decent conversation. You'll get what you want. You'll know the truth. And I do think you will get the truth at that Ace of Swords and that Ace of Wands, along with these other cards. And that Judgment is about, rebirth. Kind of similar to the Death card, like ending something to start something new, or renewing something, reconciliation. It is a reconciliation card. But in this context, I feel like it's closure, basically getting closure with all these other cards, and walking away, knowing that you can put that to rest and end that chapter and move on with your life. Thank you, Junix. Hey, AIV. Wait, I would like to know, what was the real reason why the husband lost everything? Okay, I can try to check that. What was the real reason? You're so welcome, Susan. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Okay, so I'm going to get to AIV, then I'll get to Love Mia. Ask, is there anything or anyone coming towards me in love? Okay. Two. Great. All right. Is there anything or anyone coming towards me in love? 1, 2, 3. Great. 1, 2. All right. Anything coming towards you in love? Okay, so this is what I'm getting, all right? I am getting 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles upright, the Sun in reverse, Ace of Swords upright, Eight of Cups upright, and then the end goal here, the outcome, the Justice in reverse with the Devil in reverse. So, I'm not really getting that. I am getting like maybe a possible friendship that could turn into something, or possible friendships, but that's all I'm seeing. Like I see like there might be a friendship that could turn into something, and it's advising you to take action on that. I feel like with that Ace of Swords and that Ace of Swords upright and that Four Pentacles in reverse, and then that Knight of Pentacles, which is a commitment card, but only as friends is what it's telling me. And it feels like I don't know, you get this Eight of Cups here, and then you get that Sun, but then at the outcome here, you get a Justice in reverse and that Devil in reverse. I think I know what's going on here. I feel like there's either something or someone that you're attached to right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there someone that you're attached to right now that you had a relationship in the past and you're trying to walk away from and you're struggling to? Because I get that Justice, it's doing you an injustice in reverse, and you breaking away from that unhealthy attachment, which is the Devil in reverse, which is breaking free from unhealthy attachments. So I think that might be the problem here if that's the case. Yeah, so I think in order to start a friendship and possibly a relationship with someone else, you're going to stay unhappy with that Sun in reverse. And it's really advising you to walk away. You got to Eight Cups that person. Got to Eight Cups that person, because it's doing you an injustice. And in order to get past that, you need to break away from that toxic person or people. And then you can, find your happy place. And that's my advice to you. So that's what you got to do first. You got to completely detach from that unhealthy person. So did I miss something? Okay, yeah. Okay, Love Mia wants to know. I would like to know what was the real reason why the husband lost everything. Okay, I can ask that. All right, wait, I would like to know what was the real reason why the husband lost everything. 1, 2, 3. Two. 1, 3. Two. 3. Okay. So I get 5 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords upright, 2 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands upright, and at the end here I get Justice upright and the King of Cups upright. I don't know why, even though like I get the Page of Swords, which is about communication, I do get other swords in here. I do feel like, I don't know why, but the words in my head was poor communication. But there must have been some good communication, because I do see the Page of Swords upright. But I feel like with that, there might have been a communication block somewhere. And that's what led him to not be able to stand up for himself. because the Five of Swords in reverse is like, it's a fighting card, a planning, strategy, fighting kind of card, and that's in reverse. But he wasn't being owned at the same time. He knew what he was doing and what he wanted. But I think what happened here, I feel like somebody, how do I put this? I'm trying to find an example, like someone pulled the rug out from under him, or did something without looking. Someone did something without him looking. Like, I feel like someone did something without him looking, pulling the rug out from under him, like he didn't know what happened. And it left him like this, and it left him at the 10 of Wands at the end here. But I do get the Justice and King of Cups at the end here. So I do feel like, now maybe, did he get his stuff back? Like, you said he lost everything, right? I feel like whatever that is, he got his stuff, either he got his stuff back, or the person that did this got their justice. Like it was just like something made it like somebody got their karma at the end of this, is what I feel like, with that King of Cups and Justice. Whether he got his stuff back or he had to cut his losses, and the person that actually did this got their karma. Like it was justified. If that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's something to consider. Hey, thank you, the more intuitive me. Thank you for coming. But I do feel like somebody was manipulative against him. I don't know who, but somebody was, when it comes to him losing everything. Whether he gained it all back, I don't know. Whether the person or the people that did this got their karma, it's either one or the other, or both. Either he got his stuff back, or the people that did this got their bad karma. That's what I'm getting. I can ask that if it was your aunt. Doesn't sound like she's a good person. Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. It's good to see you. I thought I missed. Yeah, honey. This is like my third time being live today. Like I was live. I'm just going live. Just bam, 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 because I got nothing else to do. I can't network because I don't have a computer, so I might as well go live and try to make money with my live streams. Like I got a big audience. Oh, honey, I am tired. This live stream's been so busy. All these questions. My other lives, sometimes it's like a hit and miss. Either it can get busy or sometimes it can get slow. Okay, I can check if it was your aunt that did this. You wanted to know if it was your aunt that did this, or maybe she was involved in it. I can see. Let's just ask, and Spirit will, fill in the rest. So, was it your aunt? 1, 2, 3. Was it your aunt that did this? Two. 3. 2, 3. 6. And actually a no. I mean, okay, this is what I get. I get the Fool upright, the 9 of Swords upright, the Page of Cups upright, the 8 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the outcome, the Knight of Swords in reverse, or the Knight of Wands in reverse, rather, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it feels like it's a no. And that Nine of Swords is a no card, but also I feel like she was stressed out about it. Like she knew, like I think she knew she might have was filled in or knew something was going on with this situation, but it wasn't actually her, if that makes sense. Like she knew something was going on, and that would explain the Fool and the Page of Cups. But these cards that are in reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Swords upright, especially when you combine that at the end outcome here, the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, asking yes or no if it was her, it wasn't. She knew something was going on, and it left her worrying, staying up at night with that Nine of Swords, because that's about a worrying, staying up at night, an anxiety, fearful card. But no, she didn't do it. It wasn't her. I think she knew about it, but it felt like she knew about it, but it wasn't her. I hope that makes sense. You did a live today, but didn't show your face? Oh, okay. Yeah, and actually, I'm not supporting people. I will support people once I get a working computer. Then I'll support and network again. But until then, I'm just going to keep going live. Bang, 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 bang. Also, I would also like to know if Anthony, I hate that dollar sign. Okay, here we go. Also, I would like to know if Anthony wants something more as of now. Okay, you want to know if Anthony wants something more with you. Okay. Anthony wants something more. 1, 3. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. Anthony wants something more as of now. Let's see. It's a yes. Okay, this is what I get, all right? I get the Tower with the Judgment, the High Priestess, upright, Nine of Swords upright, Queen of Cups upright. These cards are upright. And then you get at the end goal here, the Temperance in reverse with the King of Cups upright. So, yes, but there is a big but. You got the Tower and you got the Nine of Swords in this reading here on this answer line with the Judgment, Rebirth, Reconciliation, the High Priestess, knowing what you want, which is love, Queen of Cups, and you got King of Cups. That's a power couple right there. But the problem is, with Anthony, he's extremely insecure, very fearful. Like, I don't know if he will actually admit his feelings. Like, almost like it feels like Anthony, he very much wants to be with you, but he's playing games because the feelings are too strong for him that he doesn't know what to do with. Like, he wants to hide behind things to hide his feelings and play games and say, nope, that never happened. Like, kind of like gaslighting you in a way because he's very, 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 very insecure about it. But at the same time, he wants it more than anything. But, you know, it's going to be his insecurity that costs him this relationship if he doesn't know how to get past that. And only he can do that. And if so, why hasn't he given it to? And that would explain it, you know, because of his massive insecurity. I haven't gone live like this before. I want to live top down once and people carried on about not showing my face. I haven't gone live like this before. I went live top down once and people carried on about not showing. Oh, people, are you saying like people had a problem not showing your face? All right. Well, yes, complaining like they didn't like my setup. That is so stupid. I never get that. I mean, I don't mean to judge or make fun of it, but I don't know. It's just, why can't people just appreciate the time that they have with you? Yeah. I mean, it's your channel. You do what you want, right? That's how I see it. And will things work out with me and him? Well, I guess that depends if he can get past his insecurities. I can ask that. Will things work out with me and him? We'll see. Ask that. Got these cards wanting to pop out. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, this is what I'm getting. 5 of Swords in upright, 3 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, the Temperance upright, Ace of Pentacles upright, and the end goal cards here, the King of Cups in reverse with the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's almost like he's battling and thinking of a strategy on how to get past this obstacle of his fears and insecurities. And it feels like a losing battle. I mean, you got that 6 of Wands. That's the victory card, but it's in reverse here. And you got the 3 of Wands in reverse. The future being crushed. And he's trying to see how he can get past those insecurities. Like, he feels like this is too strong, too much for him to handle, that he might not be able to get past this, even though it feels like he's trying with that Temperance and Ace of Pentacles. But I don't know if he's going to actually be able to. I don't know. I'm getting at the end of the day here. I don't think he's going to be able to. I mean, nothing's set in stone. It doesn't feel like a guaranteed no, but it feels like a probably not. Like a soft probably not. I mean, he's trying, but like I said, it feels like it's a losing battle. So I don't know if he can get past his insecurities. And I think that's the issue. That's the problem. And it's only going to be him that can get past that. Nobody can do it for him. And also, how does my family feel about him and me and his family? Okay. How does my family feel about him and me? How does his family feel about him and me? How does my family feel about... Okay, so I'm going to do your family, then I'll do his family. How does your family feel about him and you, and then your family about him and you? I'm going to do it like that. So, how does your family feel about him and you? How does your family feel about him and you? 1, 2, 3. All right. Two. How does your family feel about you and him? All right. Okay, this is what I got. This is about your family with you and him. I got the World upright, the 8 of Wands upright, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 10 of Wands upright, Page of Cups in reverse, and the end goal card, the end goal cards here, the outcome. 9 of Pentacles upright and the 7 of Cups upright. So, it feels like they might see like the good in it, like you wanting to be with each other. But they see where there's a communication block and the insecurity with that Page of Cups in reverse. And they can see the stress going on. I don't know if it's causing them stress. I think it might be causing them a lot of stress because I get that 10 of Wands here. It's like they're happy, but they're also concerned. And it's leaving them stressed out. And there's that 9 of Pentacles here and that 7 of Cups. Almost like they see the potential, but they're also concerned at the same time, trying to see how to approach the situation. It feels like they want to, but they don't know how to come across or bring the situation or this problem up. It feels like they have something to say. They just don't know how to say it or when to say it. Because, they see I feel like they see what's going on here. They see the good and they see the bad, but they're focused on the bad right now. In order to get to the good, they have to get past the bad. And I think that's what's going on here. And I think that's what's going on with him, his insecurities. And I think they might be seeing that. I don't know. But I think that's what's going on here. It's like they want you to be happy, but they're also concerned about something in that situation. Also, how does my family feel about... So I can check his family. Let me see. How does the family feel about them as a couple? Okay, I can ask... Well, I mean, that's Elizabeth asking. I mean, do they see you as a couple? I think maybe I should ask that. I think that's what you were talking about, right? Or possibly. Also, how does my family feel about him and me? Okay, let's check his family. How does his family feel about it? Something wants to pop out. How does his family feel about it? These cards have a lot to say. Feels like that family has a lot to say. Only because the cards are wanting to talk. The emotions are high. When cards go crazy on me, that means the emotions are high. These cards definitely want to talk. All right. All right. Let me just see what you're saying. Yeah, as a couple. We separated, by the way. Yeah. Okay. That could explain why they're concerned but happy at the same time. But let's check his family. Three of Cups. Now, these three cards popped out on their own while I was shuffling. Three of Cups upright. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. And those cards came out while I was shuffling, and then the cards I drew the rest of the reading. I got the Star upright, Six of Swords upright, with the Five of Pentacles, or not five, with the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Fool upright. So, the feeling I'm getting here is I mean, they see the potential and the love, but they're also concerned. And they do think that it feels like they're not going to butt in, even though they have something to say and they're bottling it up. I get this, when I see this Three of Cups here, you see that flame here. And I feel like that's, I don't know why, but there's like three witches around the flame in this card. I wish I could show you guys. If you can see that, what that card looks like. Three witches around that flame. The feeling I'm getting with that card is that they're bottling up their feelings, especially combined with these cards wanting to talk. The emotions felt high, but they're bottling it up, like not wanting to say anything, even though it feels like they have a lot to say. But kind of like your family, like they're hot and cold with it, like they don't know what to. They're happy, but they're also concerned. You got that Three of Cups, that Three of Pentacles in reverse, that Hermit in reverse, which is a coming together card, the Star card, Wish card, a love card, but they do think I do think walking away is a valid option. I do get the Five of Cups here in reverse and the Fool upright. So the feeling I'm getting with that card and that Six of Swords here, these cards, is yes, they're glad you made up and everything. But I'm wondering if they want you to maybe just stay friends and look at a different option instead. That would explain the Fool, starting something new. But also getting over a heartbreak. But just staying friends. I think that's what's going on here. They like it that you're friends, but they're concerned that, I think it's for both of your families. Everybody's concerned that you're going to go down the same road again and both get hurt. And then you'll end up being separated again. I think that's the issue here. And I think that's what they're feeling on both sides. And I think it would be fair to say that the other side feels that way too, that walking away and choosing a different option romantically would be the best option. But they're not gonna, just like your family, they're not gonna you know, get in your business, so to speak. Even though they have a lot to say, they're keeping it to themselves. Yeah, you're separated. And that's what I'm talking about. Like they have mixed feelings about it. Like if you're gonna end up being like if you end up being together, they're concerned about that. Like if you're gonna go down the same road. Like I already like you said, you're not together right now. But you were. I already described you're not together. All right. Well, I think they just have, I mean, I don't know what they have to say. Like, I feel like they have, like, their concerns, like I said, they're concerned about their child getting hurt again or the situation, you know, if they see you two together again, that the same things will happen and you'll both end up getting hurt. And I think at the end of the day, I think they think that it's best just to stay friends and look at a different option romantically is what I keep saying here. Yes. But I mean, they're not gonna, like I said, they're not gonna get in your business. What do you, oh, we weren't dating, we were just seeing each other. What does that mean? Were you in a relationship? Because if you were in a relationship, wouldn't that be dating somebody? I'm trying to understand what that means. Situationship. I don't even know what that is. I never heard that term before. What is that, Elizabeth? So are you saying you never were in a relationship, but there was a potential to be in a relationship, and that's why it's a situationship? Like nobody was exclusive, there was no talk about it. Is that what's going on there? Like you weren't actually in a relationship. I don't know because we don't communicate. Two people who get together, but it's not committed. Yeah. And I think, well, that would explain his fears and insecurities if he wanted something deeper. Yeah, deeper than friends with benefits, but not a committed relationship, if you know what I mean. It does feel like, though, he wants to be with you, but it's complicated. Like you said, it's complicated. Yes, and it's complicated. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh. Ay. I'm stretching. Sorry for the noise, but I'm stretching. Now that I'm on a break, I don't know if you guys heard me. I did this earlier, okay? The laugh I did. Oh my god. My dad was egging me on when I laughed like this, so I kept doing it. All right? So I'm just prepare yourselves. It's gonna be loud and silly. All right? So this is how I laughed. Kid you not. This is how I laughed. That's what I did. That's what I did. That's what I did. Oh my god. I did that earlier in my live stream just to show what I did earlier, how I laughed. And my dad was egging me on to do it more. He said it sounds like a wicked witch laughing. I mean, I don't know. Does it sound like a wicked witch? You tell me. But then I got pregnant and I got scared that I think you mentioned that, I remember. Yeah. But it's too much. But thank you. So he wants to be with me, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, he does. In those cards, he does, but there's a big fear around it. Yes. Ha ha ha. Oh my god. Yeah. That's how I laughed. The situation got real for him real fast. He snapped out of it. Yeah, like he don't want you to terminate the baby, but I probably shouldn't bring it up again, but scroll up. Yeah, the situation got real for him real fast. He snapped out of it. But it's too much. Oh, and I guess overnight. And I guess it's over, right? I mean, if you had the baby, whether you had the baby or not, I mean, I don't know what the situation is with that. I really don't. I mean, except for the fact that, if I remember correctly, like he was very insecure about it. He didn't want you to terminate it, but he didn't want to take the responsibility. Like it was a shock to him, is what I'm getting. It was like more of a shock, and he didn't know what to do with it. I mean, that's all you can do. And the only person that, here's the thing, the only person that can get past his own insecurities is him. Nobody else can do it but him. And that goes for anybody that has insecurities. I don't know if it's about that. Maybe that's a factor. I don't know. But being with you in general, there's definitely a fear around it. And an insecurity. Oh, you didn't have it? Oh, so you did do that then. Sometimes boys just don't want to grow up. Yeah, well. What do they say? If you play, you pay. Gotta play, you gotta pay. If you play, you gotta pay. If you don't want children, right? He wants what he wants on his terms, but what about you, Mia? Yeah. And this. I think I said this earlier before. Not just you, Mia, but I think it was someone else. I think it was I can't remember her name. She was in here all 3 times today, talking about a person named Brian that if someone is insecure with their feelings, playing games, hiding behind situations, hiding behind people, no matter what you do or say, they will gaslight you, act one way somewhere else and totally different elsewhere. And I was saying how I was victim of that. And no, I did not take it well the first time. But I learned from that. And the second time, I just decided to walk away, block the right people, never speak to them again. Because, as a human being, not as a woman or a man, but even just as a human being, we do not deserve to be treated like that with our emotions and our feelings being played with because they can't handle theirs. I mean, that's just my advice of wisdom of what I've learned with that experience. Hey, Mustafa, thank you for coming. Oh, I need to give you mod. Hang on. Been done. After everything that's happened, I know what I want and I'm going for it. And I think he feels the same way too. Life with Ron. I call him my Ronnie Boo. We've known each other for 7 years. We have been through it all. Drama, coming back together, drama, coming back together, more drama, coming back together. But you know what? We learned from it, especially me. I had to learn to be patient with someone like that. But we both have our issues and I know what I want. It's been there all along, all these years. I just didn't see it. If I'm seeing things right, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what my one and only forever to be is going to be, if that is the case. And I love my Ronnie Boo. I love him so much. And if it is true, then I am going to be a very, very happy woman. 7 years is a long time. Yeah, and that's the reading. If you're Elizabeth, if you remember Ron, the reading I did about Ron, that's who I'm talking about. If you remember my reading you did on Ron, that's him. That's the guy I'm talking about. 7 years. Thank you, Aunt Ray channel. Right, and I will just leave it to God and probably focus on bettering myself. Yeah, right. Yes. Life with Ron. He's featured on my channel on my good friends featured list. He's on the top. A very handsome Scottish man. I mean, he's in the United States, but if I remember, I think he has Scottish blood. But yeah. I mean, you're not the only tarot card reader that has confirmed that he does have feelings for me and feels a deep connection with me. Yeah, are you talking about? I think you're talking about Mia's reading, right? I know I remember got the 5 of Cups in reverse with the Fool card. And the feeling I got with that was, and I think that was based on what your family thinks too, is that, even though you reconciled, it's good to stay friends, but look at somebody else, a different option romantically. And I'm not saying you necessarily were together that way, or maybe you were together part way. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but there is concerns of them seeing you together in an actual relationship. And that's the feeling I got, is to focus on a different option romantically. start something new elsewhere. Yeah, yeah, online. Honey, like Ron, right? Ron, Life with Ron. I've known him for 7 years. I have never met him in person, not once. But we have a connection. We know each other. We've been with each other, like on and off, 7 years as good friends. And 7 years is a long time. A long, long time. That is something that is built on, which that kind of foundation and learning and growing together would be perfect for a relationship, to start a relationship. Oh, Lucy, this week I will meet Desiree in person. Oh, awesome. That's amazing. Intuitive me. Yeah. I know Ron hinted at wanting to fly me over. He's in Ohio. Fly me over into Ohio so I can meet him. He's hinted at it, but well, here's the thing, okay? And everybody knows, it's on my page. If you want to look at my bio, I am transgender. But my concern is that in a lot of states right now, our rights are being severed. And what I mean by that, as a transgender, so far there are 3 states that are no travel and a lot of states that are high risk. And then do not travel are Texas, Florida, and Kansas, which some of those states have I know at least one or not, if not all of those states have a bounty hunter law. Like if they find out like a transgender person is not using the bathroom, the sex they were assigned at birth, they can get sued for that for like $10,000. And they're reversing a lot of people that have changed their sex on their IDs in those states and maybe others at high risk places. And Ohio is a high risk place. Minnesota is a very safe place. There's some states that are working against us, but then there's some states that are, ensuring our rights and safety, like putting more procedures in place because of what's going on. And I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about adults' rights as a human being. And that's why it's not safe to travel as a person like me, because I have to go, like, even if I went to a state, from one safe state to another safe state, I have to go through those unhealthy states to get to that point. You see what I mean? Like, I have to go through some dangerous territory, some not safe territory. It's like, you see these politicians, they care an awful lot about what goes downstairs than what's going on in Iran right now. They need to focus on what's going on overseas instead of, what's going on between someone's legs. That's ridiculous. Like, you have better things to do. Come on. It's stupid. And it's not even, I'm just a person that wants to live my life. I'm not trying to get in women's sports. I'm not trying to do this or that. I just want to live my life as, I was meant to be from the start, and, live a happy, healthy life without people obsessing what goes on downstairs. Like, they care a lot more about the men that I date. on what goes on down there. And it infuriates me. It does infuriate me, and it drives me mad when I see that. It's like, grow up. Grow up. And this is one thing I do not understand, okay? When there's a politician that, I think I heard this from someone, I heard this before, that they have like a transgender wife and or watch transgender porn, but they vote against our rights anyway. Like, they're into that, but they vote against us. Like, why? Make that make sense. Why would a politician do that? That's stupid. You're into trans women. Why would you vote against your woman? That's hypocritical. I've heard that before. I don't know where, but I wouldn't be surprised about anything these days. Yeah, closet behavior. And maybe that's what it is. A lot of these politicians are into that. And they're doing that because they're afraid to have what they really want. It's so stupid. Like, I don't even know where to start on how stupid that is. It's not even, it's retarded. That's what it is. It's retarded. And it sucks because I don't feel safe to go anywhere. Like, if I wanted to visit Ron, I don't feel safe to go travel from state to state. I don't. And that's not fair to me, and it's not fair to a lot of trans people. And it wouldn't, and it would be the same unfairness would apply to any, person that we're being, hated on. Like, if it was, a person of color, or if it was someone Asian, or someone, you know what I mean? It would be the same thing. I'm just blessed. I'm very blessed to live in a state that ensures my safety as someone that is transgender. I know this is off topic, but he would block and unblock me to hang out, meaning that we don't communicate in between. Okay, my last question is, why is that? Okay. I know this is off topic, but he would block and unblock me to hang out, meaning we don't communicate in between. And then my last question is, why is that? He's drawing a firm boundary. So you're wondering why he does that? Well, I'll ask that why he's doing that. I don't know if it was you or somebody else, like the push and pull mentality of him leaving you out in the cold by a string with that 5 of Pentacles and then pulling you back into the warm house. That's kind of, I wonder if that was, I don't know if that was somebody else or if that was you. But I'll just ask that, like, what is he trying to tell you? But he would block and unblock me. You're wondering why he does that. I can ask that. Yeah. You had someone do that too for 2 years, man. You know, like someone that plays games like that, they're no good. You gotta cut that shit off. You know here's the thing, at the end of the day, Mia, and this goes for anybody, you know your worth, you know you're valued. And if people do not appreciate that by playing those stupid childish games, they do not deserve to have you. I'm just saying that, and that's the cold hard truth. So I'm just gonna ask why he does that to see what I get. Okay. So, okay, this is what I get. 4 of Pentacles upright, 6 of Wands upright, 2 of Wands upright, the 10 of Wands in reverse with the 9 of Wands in reverse, and then the outcome, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. Again, very, very insecure. I don't know why, but it feels like he's getting something out of this. Like he's keeping you near him, like as an option. Or like, how do I put this? Almost like he wants you more than anything. He's very insecure about it. But he's also I feel like he might be looking at other options as well. That's got to be what it is. It's like he wants you, but he's also looking at other options. It's like, how do I put this? He wants to be with you. It's like this. Yeah, he wants to be with you. But in this, I'm just trying to say this analogy, even though he wants to be with you, it's like he doesn't want to be with you, but he doesn't want anyone else to have you either, if that makes sense. And that is so childish. Come on. This person needs to grow up. I mean, that's what I'm getting with the Hierophant, that commitment card, and the Lovers, the highest love card in the deck. Both in reverse here. That is his insecurity. And he's not, I don't think he even feels bad about it. There's a fear about it, but I do get the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is about burden and stress when it's upright, but it's in reverse. Like he's not stressing over it. And he's open, not defending. Like there's a plan and a victory here, but also holding back because he has insecurities with that 4 of Pentacles. It's like he's keeping you there. I think I think this is what's going on in his head. He sees you as his main goal, his option. Even though he wants to see what else is out there, he wants to keep you around and keep you single when he's ready, when he's comfortable, not giving you the freedom on what you want to do and who you want to be with. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Very one-sided. He does not care about how it makes you feel. He only cares about how it makes him feel and when he's ready. That's kind of what I'm getting here when it comes to his feelings. I think it's even more than that, though, preserving you as a backup option. Like, I think he's preserving you as, like, his main option. Like, I think he might see other options available and see if he can see if those click or not. But he hasn't seen anybody that he doesn't want except you more than anything. I mean, it's his insecurities. And that's what an insecure person would do. They would try to make sure that you stay single while they go out and see what else is available. And that is very childish behavior. And you do not need that. The hotline told me that I was going through domestic violence. Oh, wow. I mean, that's not domestic. Would that be domestic violence? What is it like? That would be like gaslighting you in a way, right? Like he would be gaslighting you. That's emotional abuse, and you do not deserve that. You know your worth. You know you deserve better. You know you deserve better. Oh, why this is not getting power? Thank you, Elizabeth. And it's not even just the readings, it's just from experience. I had one really bad experience when it comes to a guy being very wishy-washy, two-faced, gaslighting, acting one way in one place and completely different in another. But, despite all that, I know what I want and I'm going for it, and that is my very own one and only Ronnie Boo. He doesn't do that. And I think he's wanted me for a long time. I'm just waiting for him to come around. Thank you, Love Mia. Yeah, you're welcome, Love Mia. And thank you, Elizabeth. And I won't be surprised that this will become a non-monogamous relationship in the future if I stay. Well, I mean, do what you want, but I'm just what I want in a relationship, all right? This is what I want. I mean, for me, I'm not into polygamy. I mean, I won't judge if that's what people are into, but I'm not. I want it monogamous. I'm very one-on-one when it comes to that. And I'm waiting for my one and only to come around. If it is my Ronnie Boo, then yeah, it is. If not, that's okay too. But I mean, I think I'm doing all I can to make sure to let him know that he is the only one for me. And that's what I want. The question is, does he want it too? That's going to be up to him. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I was against. Oh, no, I didn't think that. No. I mean, I'm just saying for me, I don't judge. I know a lot of people might, but I don't. I'm just saying what I want in a relationship is being monogamous. Oh, Okay, who is Ron? I feel like I heard about him. Life with Ron. He's featured on my channel. No, he's not a tarot card reader. No. But he is someone with a big channel. But I mean, I known him for 7 years. I known him since, since we had tiny channels. And now he has a big channel. I known him since 2018. Yeah, I mean, even if you just go to my channel, you'll see you'll see him on my featured list. Good friends since 2018. He's at the top. So cute. He's a sexy motherfucker. He's handsome. Oh, you can't see his channel? Well, you should be able to see his photo. I thought that's what you said. I thought that's why you said so cute. Okay. Yeah, take care, love Mia. If you gotta go do some stuff. Yeah. We're all friends here. Yeah, yeah. Well, 7 years. I mean, we get along. I mean, yeah, we have. I think it's more like misunderstandings more than anything. But I think I think throughout the years when I look back at everything with me and Ron, I think it's me, and I think it's me not understanding his point of view or where he's coming from and how his mind works. I would like to. I I mean, I know I've come a long way in understanding that, even though there might be more to learn. I'm willing to work past whatever struggles we might have if we do become a couple. You know, I mean, hey, there's been times where I spent years not talking to him because of what went down between us. And when I look back at everything, and I kind of almost did that again, but I stopped myself like, no, I'm not doing this again. I want to have a conversation. I want to have communication on what's going on here. And if I can't communicate with him, then maybe I can communicate with our friends on what's going on with the situation. Just learning how to navigate any difficulties that might come across, if you will. Like, I'm learning how to do that better instead of just, blocking and walking away. Like, I'm not going to do that anymore. If I can't communicate with him because of whatever he's going through, I'll communicate with our friends to see what's going on. And when he's ready, he can, say his piece, kind of like that. But I can't see myself being with anybody else but Ron. I just, I love my Ronnie Boo. I love my Ronnie Boo. Hey, Katrina. Welcome in. All right. So, do you feel like he's a soulmate? Hi, by the way, how are you? I'm doing great. So, okay, who's he? Is this a person you're thinking about? Is this a person you're thinking about, Katrina? I'm going, okay, yeah. Yeah. You're always welcome here anytime, Mia. I think you're talking about a certain person, right, Katrina? That's all I see is do you feel he's a soulmate? Hi, by the way, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing great. Oh no, I'm asking about the guy you're talking about. Like if he's your you know what? I had a reading done a while ago by a friend of mine. I think that's who she was talking about my love, my future love. I think she said something about look within yourself and you'll be able to see look within your soul and you'll be able to see what you find in its mate, kind of thing. She said something like that. Look within your soul and you'll be able to see what to look for in its mate. Among a bunch of other things. Um, I think it was about Ron. I mean, here's the thing. I think we all have many potential soulmates and twin flames, and maybe for some people, there are people that I don't know. Maybe it's different for everybody. Maybe we do have a main soulmate. I don't know, but I mean, as it is right now, I do think he is my main soulmate. But whether he comes forward or not, that's gonna be up to him. Putting myself out here talking about Ron in such a way like that, um, I'm making myself vulnerable. But the only way to get past that is to make myself vulnerable and to make sure to let him know that I'm all for him. So it's a risk I'm willing to take to make myself vulnerable. So that's where I'm at. Especially if you liked him. Yeah, 7 years. I think he's wanted to be with me for a very long time. It's just that things happen, misunderstandings happen. I wasn't seeing things from his point of view, trying to understand how his mind works. But now that, everything that's happened and the experiences I've learned, and when difficulties or situations, because I know there's going to be situations where it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to just block or leave. I'm learning how to be patient and work with those situations. I just hope I can stay doing that. Like I would like to think I can. One thing I know is that I'm not going to just walk away and block him. Like I'm not going to do that, even if he tells me to. Okay, let me ask you something. Does he feel like at home and like you've known him for a long time? If he's a soulmate or something? Well, we have known each other for a long time, 7 years. But I mean, he's with someone, but I don't know how happy he is in that situation. I mean, I don't want to talk about other people's situations. But if I'm seeing things right, either it'll happen or it won't. And that's how I see it. And the only way if anything will happen is if I make myself vulnerable. I cannot take one more heartbreak. If it's not what I'm seeing, or if it's not what he really wants, I mean, that's okay too. I might be hurt, but I'm not gonna just walk up and block him forever like I have done in the past. No, he'll always be a dear friend of mine, my best friend, but that's gonna be the last one. And I mean that. Like, it is either Ron or Jesus. Like, there is nobody else. There's nobody else. I've been through too much heartbreak. I've known people that have been single for many, many years. And if it's not Ron, it will be nobody. Like, that is it. I've been manipulated. I've been lied to. I've been manipulated. I've been lied to. I've been gaslit. You name. I mean, I've been everything to you. Name it. But the thing is, Ron's not like that. I mean, he might have his issues, but he's not. He doesn't gaslight or manipulate or just be dishonest that way. When I look back at everything, it might have seemed so at first, but it really wasn't. It was just a misunderstanding, or how his mind works. And knowing someone for 7 years, you would know that. Let me see if I can go on YouTube. Let me ask you something. Does he feel like home and like you've known him for a long time? If so, he's a soulmate or something. Do you believe in soulmates, Katrina? No, I think he was talking about Ron. She was asking about Ron. And I was just describing Ron. Mm. But my mouth hurts. Yeah. Yes, it's only the answer shifts whether or not you believe in soulmates. Well, this is what I'm saying. I do believe in soulmates. Like, for me, twin flame is a soulmate. Soulmate is a twin flame. That's what I believe. And I think we have many potential soulmates, and maybe it's different for everybody. Like, we might have a potential soulmate, a main soulmate, but that main soulmate might change to somebody else depending on the energy level where you at energetically. Like, that might change. But maybe for some people are always meant to be together no matter what their energy is like. I don't know. Oh. I met people that I felt had a soul connection with, but I was not able to discern that from day one. It took time for me to see or recognize that something was different. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we all have soul connections on different levels. As even just as a friend, like you could have someone as a best friend, not being attracted to each other, but just as, there's that soul connection that way. Oh. Making me sleepy, Lucy. I'm getting sleepy. This is my third live today. And I did a lot of readings this live. Oh, my goodness. You know, what's okay? Listen to this. Oh, okay, you gotta run. Okay, I was about to tell you a story, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. It was just basically about a tarot card reader that I used to know. I was just getting into tarot, and because I was getting into tarot, she got pissed off at me and blocked me because I also did tarot. Like, she thought she was the only one that was allowed to do tarot on YouTube. Like, there was a tarot card there. I knew a tarot card reader like that. That is a very scary tarot card reader. Okay, yeah, okay. So, I'm not going to name the name, but it was someone that I used to know. And I got a tarot deck before I even knew her. Like, and she reached out to me. Like, at the time, when I was still growing my channel, I was not the first person to reach out to people and try to follow. She followed me first. But I was, I was already interested in the tarot before I even knew her, right? And I started going to her live streams. I even had her featured on my channel. And then when she saw that I did live streams as well on my YouTube channel, and I was even kind and polite, so I wouldn't overlap her or take up her time slot. And I didn't even have to do that, right? But I did anyway out of respect. And then she blocked me. And then, she talked about me. I mean, she didn't name my name, but people knew who she was talking about. She was putting me down and calling me every name in the book. Like, saying on how I took up her time, asking all kinds of questions, using her that way, how I reached out to her to use her when actually she's the one that reached out to me, and I featured her on my channel out of respect because I thought I could trust her. And that's how she repays me. She basically said, fuck you. I am the only one that's allowed to do tarot on YouTube, nobody else. So therefore, I'm not going to be friends with you. Acting like a snot-nosed brat. And that came from a tarot card reader, someone that said that they do tarot for 10 years. Okay. You are not a tarot. If you know, as a tarot card reader, you're supposed to be a healer, right? But if you're out to look and destroy, and you know, in our community, she was almost like she was looking out to look and destroy to get me to hate people. And even though those people ended up being shitty to me anyway, in the end, a lot of people that I recently had to block, she was talking bad about these people like they were, you know, bad and not good and this and that and the other thing. And some people were actually good people, not bad people. And giving me excuses like, you know, like if they would share her out but not put a tag, not take them, just share them, like they would say like they're fucking weird if they don't do that. You know, like, you know, weird shit like that. Like if you share somebody out and you don't tag them, but you just, you know, say like support here. She was bashing people like that would share her out that didn't tag her. So she's going to disrespect somebody that shares her out. So she'd rather them not share her out at all. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like she would talk bad about people like that. You're right, 48. Yeah, and that is that kind of person. There's a lot of drama in the spiritual community, sadly. Yeah, well, I don't know. That's the only tarot card reader and the first one that I've ever had a problem with. Ever. I've never had a problem with any other tarot card reader. When it comes to tarot card reader to tarot card reader, that is, I would never recommend anyone go to that. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Because, you know, as a healer, you're supposed to be kind and loving, right? And when you're not kind and loving, you should not be a tarot card reader. If you're not kind and loving, you're not a healer. Well, that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to cause drama and trying to get me to hate people behind the scenes. I don't know. I feel like she had an agenda on me of some kind. I don't know why. Was she threatened by my abilities? I don't know. But honestly, I think honestly, like anybody that was a tarot card reader, it's like if she found out, if you were a friend of hers, right, and she found out you also do tarot cards, she would call you every name in the book and block you. Because that's what she did to me. Like she honestly thought that she was the only. I kid you not. I guarantee you, she was the only person on YouTube that she thought did tarot and was allowed to do tarot. Everybody else that did tarot was worth a block. Like that's how insane this person is. When you don't use logic, I don't understand how you can be a tarot card reader like that. I just don't get it. And I gave you a shout. I really thank you. I wasn't expecting that was going to come out of it. I will say I've been through a lot, done this stuff, and trying to move on in my life. Yeah. And thank you for giving me the shout. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate any shout out, whether you tag my name in or just say support here or whatever. You know, I appreciate any shout out. You know, but you know, I'm just describing a story to Elizabeth here before she goes about this scary tarot card reader. Yeah, she's fucking nuts, man. There is something not right in her head. Thank you, Akel Yadav. I always loved doing readings for people. I loved helping them that way. My intuition has been blocked, though, so I don't do them for other people anymore. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Katrina. You dodged a bullet, Lucy. Well, I don't know what her deal was. She took advantage. She says I took advantage of her. No, she took advantage of me. Someone that has like what, 200 to 300 subscribers when I have 20,000. Get real. And what I did because of how she treated me. I deliberately was going lives only on her times. I wouldn't have done that if she didn't act so childish like that. But because she acted childish like that, I deliberately went live on the times that she was going live. So our same people would be coming to me or her. And if she would have done things in a more mature adult way, I would have never done that. You see, she did that to herself. Some people probably think tarot readings is witchcraft, kind of like Ouija boards and Charlie boards. But no, she was a tarot card reader though. Nikki Poonam. But I mean, long story. I mean, that's it for the story. If Elizabeth is still here, I don't want to keep Elizabeth. That's the story on that very, very horrible and scary, frightening tarot card reader. Yeah. I just want to I just want to tell you that that's the whole story, basically. I didn't want to keep you if you had to go. Oh, your cat has the zoomies. I think what that means when your cat or dog has the zoomies. Does that mean like your cat is hyper? Is that what you're trying to say? Your cat is hyper? Oh yeah, I am so better off with that. Absolutely. And she's in Australia. That's another detail I forgot to mention. She's in Australia. Yes, running from one side of the house to the other. That is so cute. But if I would have I didn't handle it well, how she treated me, but if I would have explained it in a polite way. This is what I learned from watching psychiatrists on YouTube. Because I do believe that people like that are narcissists. They are. And the only way to unmask a narcissist is to not engage and allow them to show their ass to the world. Unfortunately, it takes other people to get hurt to do that. But other people will see what you're talking about when you let them hurt other people. That's the only way you really can unmask a narcissist. That's my understanding on how to do that. I'm not a psychiatrist. This isn't advice, entertainment purposes only. And it does make sense though, on how you unmask a narcissist. Don't engage and let them hurt other people. Unfortunately, that's the only way, but at least people will know what's going on. And I would say that someone like that, I would say they're probably I would say that they would be classified as a narcissist, I would think. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, I've learned, and not just her, but just people that have hurt me in other ways. I've been burned so many times by so many people. I can't stand narcissistic people. My stepdad is a narcissistic person. Me and him don't get along at all. Yeah. They're out there. And, they don't like it. And they really do not like it when, they show themselves when you don't engage. they try to blame you for all their problems. Now, if it's something that's now, if you're trying to point out what's fact and the truth, that's different. You know, like if you're being gaslit and you're trying to point out what's going on, the problem. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone with an agenda that has not good intentions on somebody. My son's friend was transitioning and the stepdad didn't like it, so she moved in with us for a few months, and now she's got her own apartment. Oh, that's nice. I'm really glad she had a place to go. You know, I mean, I have family members that I don't talk to and never will again. But that is their problem. That's and they don't define me. They don't define my life. If they're not going to respect me, why would I be around that? Right? It shows that they're not nice people. She said she slept in the car one night, and I said, no, that's crazy. That is insane. Damn. Yeah. I hate to say it, but if you have to sleep in your car because of your stepdad not accepting you as who you are, then your dad is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. The stepdad called the police and everything, was waiting for her when she got home from work, drunk and out of control. So are you saying the dad was drunk? And called the police for what? And let me ask, can I ask you how old was she at the time? I mean, was she an adult? If you're okay with, I mean, was she an adult? Or was she still a minor? I'll never forget, it was Mother's Day. I could not believe her mother let that happen. Wow. Okay, so she was an adult. So what was the reason of them calling the police? You can get in trouble for that if you call the police for no reason, for no logical reason. Especially when you're drunk and out of control like that. Thank you, Akhil Yadav. I mean, what happened to the dad? Did he get charged with something? Off topic, and just gonna vent a little bit, but every time I get romantically involved with someone, I feel like a toy and an object. I feel like they don't see me as a person. That is so sad. That's kind of feels the same. Well, kind of feels like the same way in a way for me. In a way, like you think this is it, right? And you get to know this person, and you get to be together with this person, and then bam, they turn out to be a piece of shit. And I've had that happen over and over and over again. And that's what I mean. I am not going to take another heartbreak. This is it. It's going to be Ron or nobody. I'm not going to be treated as some kind of experiment, if that's what they're experimenting me for, it with their feelings. I don't know. But I'm not going to just be there for somebody to be, how do I put this? I'm not going to be there, as a, permanent option that they're never going to pursue, if you will. Like, I'm not gonna be that kind of toy. Thank you, Sam and Dia Live. Thank you. Okay, got one. Bye, Lucy. Bye, chat. Yeah, bye, Elizabeth. It was great talking to you. I'll probably be ending here in a few minutes. I'm at like in 4 minutes or so. That'll get me to the 3-hour mark. I answered a lot of questions, and then we did a lot of chit chat. And I don't want to be treated as a toy. I don't want to be treated as an object. I don't want to be treated as just, an option that nobody's going to pursue, but they don't want to pursue, but they also don't want anybody else to pursue me either. Like, they don't want me to have my freedom. They just want me to be there. And that's what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to be like that. The only person that can do that to me is Ron. That is it. That is it. If it's not Ron, it will be nobody. Thank you, everyone, for your support. The last guy I was involved with was the last guy I was involved in. Well, was the last straw. I had to reject him because I can't be in a relationship right now because of issues in my life. And now he's cold and distant. That's sad. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Um, I mean, even if it's not what I think it is, and I'm wrong about it, like, I'm still gonna be friends with Ron. It just means that I'm not gonna be in a relationship if it isn't. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's either Ron or nobody. That is it. And and if that's what it is, I'm not even gonna post like me being single or in a relationship. I'm just gonna keep that business off YouTube because nobody needs to know about it. Whether I'm in a relationship with Ron or nobody, nobody gets to know that except me. I wouldn't be looking. And who's to say why is it any of your business if I'm with someone, right? If someone wanted to be with me, like, I would just say it's none of your business because I'm not putting my life on here anymore. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Oh. Oh. like that Nightbot. I wouldn't even be putting that Nightbot in there. Lucy does not need a man. She's married to Jesus. You know, no one, you know, no one gets to know my private business if it comes to that. But anyways, it's 3 hours and 1 minute. I greatly appreciate you all. And this talking has really, oh man, it is hard on my voice. But I greatly appreciate you all. Thank you for coming. Bye for now.